The Jim and Terry Show coming to you with fresh sounds, fresh voices, fresh personalities. No, we got none of that.
Hi.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is
Did I
Jim.
wake you up? Jim and Terry Show.
We both had horrible sleeps last night.
We did, but that's an age and stage, symptomatic of, 2 or 3 trips to the washroom per night. Eventually it gangs up on you and you start looking like us.
Yeah, jeepers,
There must be meds for this. I don't know. Are there? Would you take them if there were, or would you like to keep your body
You know what?
free from as many meds?
I don't take very many meds. I just don't.
Do you take vitamins?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
So
I
there
was
you go.
recommended in my last blood work to try some B12. So that's
I
what
tried
I'm
all
trying.
that, and nothing seemed to really, anything that it's supposed to do, it seems to work reverse to me. So
Jim,
I only take things.
Do you need some
for
Viagra for that screen for your mic?
Yeah.
Keeps on going limp on you.
It's a statement of my life, I think.
I don't want to know. All right, B12 is what was recommended for me. I've been trying to.
Erectile dysfunction?
No, for well, if you want to go there, we'll talk about meds. No, for energy. And so that's what I'm thinking.
B12 they recommend for that.
Yeah, so here you go. I'm trying that, but
I tried it
that's
for a
all
while.
I'm on. I don't take multivitamins. I don't take anything. I try to eat well, exercise. Do you exercise regularly?
No, I'm hoping to go for quite a few walks in Florida because I used to walk a lot, and I've stopped, and I got to get walking.
Walking is the key
I think it's
to
very
life.
important.
Life expectancy related to walking. Put in a lot of steps. That's why I walk to the local garage to drop my car, and my wife keeps saying, "Do you want to ride?" No, I want to walk home.
Yeah.
Do you want to walk down, or do you want to drive down to pick it up? I want to walk. Always choose walking if you can.
What he really meant
Walk
is
with
he
Jim.
wants her to make a dinner on
While
their
I'm
walk,
walking.
on their walk.
That's good. My wife and daughter are away on holidays.
yes.
Been while the cat's away, the mice do play. No, not so much. The mice is doing all kinds of stuff for other people, filling in the gaps. Normally, my wife would be the social organizer and checking in with people that we know who need to be, given a phone call once in a while and check. So I've taken on that role. The holidays for me have been looking at other people's needs.
Yeah, well, it's funny because when you're retired, it seems like there's always something
There's always
you
something.
got to do. Look, I like retirement. It's not as bad as I'm trying to pretend it is. But
You do grumble
have
a
some
lot
pretty- you
about
do have-
retirement.
What's that?
You do grumble a lot about being retired.
No, I like it. I've never had a job I liked, so not having to have a job
That you don't like is good.
is good. Yeah,
That's an oxymoronic way of looking at it. Yeah. And
Maybe when
you've
I
also
play-
said you've never been busier than when you've been retired.
No, I can't say that really, but that's how it feels sometimes. Or you're always going somewhere, doing something, taking somebody somewhere, picking somebody up.
Are you the chauffeur of choice for people in your circle?
Some people in my circle. I'm the one who drives. Yeah.
Interesting that we fall into these things. Are you able to say, no, not tonight? Can you put up personal boundaries for yourself?
Not too many, no, really.
So you're a mat.
Yeah,
You're a doormat.
Yeah, pretty well.
It's called
Yeah.
Jim. He'll do it.
Yeah, I lay down. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, you can't talk. You're always, and you're always doing something for somebody somewhere.
Well,
so.
that's true, and that's our nature.
You
I
do
think.
you do more than me. Yours is you're still into some physical labor. I did though. My friend who has a trailer, I went and I bought those little twinkly lights, 2 sets, 100
Yes,
of
angel
150.
lights. Yeah.
And I put that up, and I felt really proud about that because my back was killing me. But well, I had to lace it through, thread it through like this, right?
Through some lattice work or through a eaves trough?
Lattice work. We can say not lattice work, but what it was is almost chicken cage.
Oh, yeah, chicken wire.
It's not chicken wire. It's more of a goat wire. I don't know what it is.
Old goat wire.
Old goat wire. But it looks great, and I'm glad I did it. So I achieved a
Good.
little bit.
When you get purposeful experiences in your day, that feels good.
Well, that was my idea
Accomplishing
to
something.
just add some ambiance
Ooh,
to the atmosphere. It is funny because I'm so old. I'm never there that night to see it.
never there to see it, but you put it up. Good for you. That's what we do. That's called service. And I think part of being retired is to participate more in community.
But yeah, and there's little things like that, like going to get tanks filled up and different things like that, you know.
Propane tanks?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Or M1 Abrams tanks going to Ukraine.
No.
Did you like that segue?
I did. It was because
We
we've got like a
about-
half a minute to talk about that.
That's right. Okay, so Ukraine, what's the latest? Have you heard?
Well, I heard this morning that Ukraine and the United States, to my disapproval, have come to an agreement on rare earth that the United States...
Ukraine is the source of a lot of rare earth
rare
minerals.
earth, and so they've made an agreement with the United States. And one of the reasons I didn't like it is because I'm not really a fan of the person that puts these deals together. In other words, the president, because I was thinking, okay, he's a muscle man. He is that kind of a guy. How would you muscle Ukraine? Keep asking Putin to bomb. Keep bombing. I'll get the. And believe me, he
So
would.
you
would
think the
it's
pressure
his.
to sign that deal came from?
Well, look, think about it. We're removing our support.
This is the U.S.
Yeah, we're removing our support. And so now there's no support and Moscow's bombing you. Now, if you just simply sign an agreement with us for your rare earth, in other words, sign your country away for your rare earth, we now will protect you.
But I thought the deal that Rubio and Witkoff tried to present did include rare earth and zero protection. No boots on the ground, no U.S. guarantees of safety. And that's why the deal fell through.
Art of the deal. So who's dying
Art of the
here?
steal.
It's not the United States or anybody
No, it's
dying.
Ukrainians.
Ukrainians. So the art of the deal is we want everything and we're giving you nothing. And then they're going to settle on, we will give you protection and
So
we get
do
you
we
rare
know
earth.
that that's included in the deal? Okay,
Well,
so we don't know.
No, I believe the protection is included.
So does that mean U.S. boots on the ground? Does that mean a U.S.
I don't
base
think,
in Ukraine?
I think it's more of that's going to be our area now. Who's going to dare attack it?
yeah,
'Cause
but that
we're-
area is on the other side of the four provinces that they're...
And well, I don't think they're getting the four provinces back. Not for a minute.
Oh, then this is not a good deal.
No, that's what I said, against my wishes. But we'll see. I don't know it just happened this morning. I just heard it.
Okay, well, you're right on the fresh
Yeah,
off
yeah.
the radio.
Yeah. But as I understand it, it's a deal. They've come to a deal. And so there was a token bombing of Russia. Now, I will not be surprised if that ends.
Okay, let's talk about that since you mentioned it. May 9th is the May Day parade. Putin wants a 72-hour ceasefire. Why? Because he doesn't want Moscow bombed during their May Day celebration.
Yeah, well.
And yet every bit of weaponry that goes down the avenue in front of the Red Square where Putin has his bandstand and gives his salute and whatever, all of that weaponry is sitting there.
Mm.
What a great time to do a multi-hundred drone strike.
Well, it probably ain't going to happen now. Oh, you mean Putin attacking Ukraine?
No.
Oh,
Ukraine taking out all
Well,
this.
I mean, I think some of us would like that only because we're rooting for the underdog here.
Yes.
And we don't like the idea of them being muscled into having
No.
to sign their country away.
And this goes
part
back
of
to
the
the
reason
reason
we
sorry.
have a problem with that. Part of the reason we have a problem with that is because we know we got a feeling that's exactly what Trump wants to
Yeah.
do in Canada.
Yeah.
He wants to take our country
So if Putin
for
gets
our rare earth and everything.
yeah, so the model will be already established with Ukraine.
Or he's thinking somehow he can use the Ukrainian rare earth, and maybe he can, and doesn't need to buy Canadian.
Oh.
But that's just going to probably cost more to ship it and everything else. So I don't know.
Interesting. How about this one? Have you heard that Putin's lining up, just like we saw on February 24th, 2022, on the borders of Ukraine, along the borders of Finland? Massive tank convoys on the border of Finland.
You said England, you know.
Finland.
Finland, okay.
Yes,
When you
Finland.
said England, I'm
Are
going,
you sure I
we're
said
in
England?
trouble.
Are you sure I said England?
Yes,
we'll have
I'm
to go back and
positive.
replay
You're
the
gonna go
tape.
back 'cause I wanna
The Jim
prove
and
it.
Terry Show. We're going to have a knockdown dragon
Well, we
fight
have to
over
talk about
Have You
that.
Heard? What did
Bye-bye.
you hear? Bye-bye.